And usually when I'm doing a carving out of wood, they usually have splits and checks and everything. And I go into the wood and get rid of all the bad that I see into it, can't be part. And then I decide what am I going to do with the piece.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any wormholes and everything.
Mm-hmm. What about this one? What's the story on this one right here?
This is Cristobal. No, Guanacosta. Sorry. I have it here. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Guanacosta, I do. Guanacosta over marble. And this is completely abstract. But it's fun to look at. But each side is a little different. Not really symmetrical, just how I felt it should go with the grain. Saving this little spot because it's nice.
Which one? Oh, yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah. That's when I did the lignin vitae piece out of, which is lignin vitae is ironwood. And it was one of my earlier carvings. And it was a set of lovers, and it's called Adam and Eve. And they were hugging each other. And but it's Adam and Eve in the garden. So I have a lot of subject matters on that and how it all was beginning, all life beginning. Like this is a good example here. Mm-hmm. This is granite, bronze, oak, and granite, same granite again, up on top. And you see it's sort of a woven figure, but the name of the piece is the seed. And the seed is the empty spot that's not there. So this is my endeavor to do abstract work. But this was early on. This is an earlier piece, but it's neat, I think. Mm-hmm. This back here is a study for that Madonna over there. And when I started these, there was two smaller sizes, one out of a walnut, one out of bronze. So if I have a bronze piece, I have a mold. So I can pour more bronze pieces. Of course, those smaller pieces sell pretty fast because they're cheaper. It's not as much labor. And
show me this one, the wooden one over here, the Madonna.
This is one of my first. This is walnut, and it's one of my first pieces of wood carving. That
it spins around too.
Yeah, you see the turntable down there. It's out of two different pieces of wood. You'll see it if you're looking hard enough to see the lines where they join together.
This is abstract too. It's
sort of in a way. So a lot of my pieces are, like this here is a bronze piece. And it's sort of abstract, but you look at it and say it's a woman. But this was a cut from one of my other molds that I did. And you'll see down at the other end of the gallery where this mold came from. But I'd take it and cut it out when it's in the wax. And then I usually put 2 or 3 of these different kinds in mint and whatever, and poured them in bronze with the sculptures being the sprues. So I'd have the sprue going down the middle and go off to all the different sculptures. So when you pour it, the cup would be up here, pour the bronze, it would go down, hit the bottom, and fill everything up that's in the void. So that's the bronze process. So, but that's what out of one mold, I probably did 12 different pieces of work, changing all the time. But
can you show me the wooden Madonna back here behind you?
Okay.
Right here. Look at this guy.
Okay. This is Cristobal wood. And that's this is from Costa Rica. And when I got these, you see it's the Madonna. Well, there's no turntable on it. But right in here is Paduke. This is a piece of Paduke wood, but when I was carving it, I kept going down in it, hoping to get rid of the rotten place where a limb came out.
Oh, wow.
And so I carved a piece of Paduke and I put it in there. It was pretty much the same. And sometimes at different angles with the light is different. You won't see this either. It's sort of faded and, it changes too. But this is, I bought it in Costa Rica, and it was, they had a big bandsaw mounted on a rail car, and they would run the big logs on the rail car through the bandsaw to make different thicknesses of slabs of wood. These were a cutoff pieces that I got down there, and I bought this and another one from, or it might have been just this one, at the lumber yard where they had blocks sitting up there that they weren't going to use, but they're savable for like people like me, a sculptor. So they bundled it up, put a handle on it and everything, and I brought it back from Costa Rica, one of our humanitarian missions that we went on with the eyewear people, that we issued glasses to different people in Costa Rica that didn't have a lot of money. So anyway, we'd go down there and we'd work half a day issuing sunglasses and take sunglasses, not sunglasses, but we'd work probably half the time and go out and see the sights the other half of the time. So it would be beneficial to us all.